Hey everybody. Trying to get my little camera here all straightened up. Hi. I am here to deliver you a quick message about food and weight and diet. And the reason why I'm doing this right now is because I really want to save you from having to waste time and money in the diet and food industry in the beginning of the new year. I want you to get off of that merry-go-round of trying to lose weight all of the time. I feel like as Americans, it's like normal to be worried about our weight and talking about our food and talking about our calories and really concerned and have it on the forefront of our minds. I want you to get free of that very fast. I want you to have a life beyond weight, beyond food, beyond diet, okay? Ooh, Emily, hi, and Jen. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. Okay, so what I'm going to tell you today in 45 minutes or less is the secret to physical health, to not being worried about your food, to feeling really good in your body, okay? I'm going to tell you the secret. And diet companies, the Weight Watchers, all of that, they're going to hate me. I don't care. I want to piss people off. And this might actually ruffle your feathers, and that's okay. My job isn't to not ruffle your feathers. My job as a healer, as a woman on this earth, is just to inspire you and give you the fuel to wake you up to your power, okay? All right, so let's start at the very beginning. I want to talk to you about my relationship with food, what it's looked like over the years. So I was someone who was extremely obsessed with my food. I was someone that couldn't eat 2 pieces of cake at my birthday because I would be worried that people would think that I ate too much. I was like, oh, should I have another piece of cake? Or then I would have to justify whether or not I had a piece of cake. Oh, okay, Jen gets it. Okay, cool. I was always trying to lose weight. I was always trying to make sure that I fit into some type of ideal. I felt guilty if I had chips. I felt good if I was eating healthy. Like, oh, today's a good day. I didn't screw it up. But if I did screw it up by eating Cheetos, or whatever the hell it was, I would go to bed feeling unhappy, feeling down, feeling depressed, and wake up feeling like shit. Why? Because I had Doritos, or because I ate too much. I was constantly in my head. And this, for me, really stemmed from the fact that I believe that my weight was me. I believe that my weight determined my worth. That is because I experienced a level of abuse of sex and power when I was in my teens and also when I was younger. And what that told me was that my body is just a tool for somebody else, right? Like, I'm just a sexual being and I have to look a certain way. And if I don't look a certain way, then I'm worth shit. And what happened with that? When that happens in our minds, when we start putting our worth in our body and our beauty and our weight, we ultimately polarize it. We flip it around, which means in order to protect myself from attention, from feeling too beautiful, from feeling connected to people, I put on weight. Because I thought that was a way for me to protect myself, keep myself safe from attention. So maybe I got obsessed with food and I started really hiding in that because I felt like the only thing that was important to me was my body and how I looked. So I decided that the way for me to really feel good about myself was to either hide in food or to be obsessed with it all the time, to make that my number one priority. So if you were to, hang out with me, you wouldn't think that I had a problem with food. I really hid the fact that I had an issue with food my whole life. I remember telling people, yeah, sometimes I eat too much. It actually makes me really sad and really sick. Somebody told me, oh, no, you're thin. You don't have a problem. Oh, no, you're fine, So I was able to stay under the radar of an eating disorder. I was never diagnosed with an eating disorder because I looked healthy. I was remotely pretty healthy for the majority of the time, but I would just have these bouts of being obsessed with food and caring about what I ate way too much. As a culture, we care way too much about what we eat, about why we're eating it, and we don't need to learn any more about nutrition or about diet. We don't need to go there anymore. We all know how to be healthy. We all know what that takes, right? We really get it. The diet culture, the fitness culture, and really just society in general wants our brains, our energy as women focused on losing weight. Because if we're worried about losing weight, then we're not thinking about anything else, right? We're not really cultivating who we are in the world. We're not really questioning the status quo because we're so worried about our weight. The diet, food, and weight loss industry wants us to be so worried that we're constantly putting money in. We're constantly losing weight, worried about it, constantly gaining it back, going back and forth, right? They are getting off on our obsession with having to lose weight. They are actually capitalizing on it. You know why? Because the diet and weight loss industry makes us think that the way to heal our bodies from an eating disorder or from being obsessed with food or from having too much weight or too little weight is to change our diet, is to start this new program that is going to teach us all about our weight and all about our fitness and to do more, blah, blah, like all to keep our heads here, right? Because if we're worried about our diet, if we're worried about our food, we're like this. We're not really cultivating any real anything in the world, right? Because we're just so obsessed with our food. We're not putting our energy anywhere else because it always brings us down. We're always getting pulled back down by our food. So the diet and weight loss industry wants us to think that if you buy this new cool shiny thing, this new shake, or if you do this new program, or if you do that or do this, oh, you're going to finally get it. You're going to finally get everything you need, and you're going to be sexy, and you're going to be hot, and you're going to be strong, and you're going to be all of these things if you do X, right? Which is always read this book, start this weight loss program, eat this food, 80% this, 20% that, paleo, you got to do this, you got to do that, right? Everybody has their ideas of what it's going to take for us to get healthy, so we buy, so we spend more money. And we're also ignoring something huge, right? Something really big. We're ignoring, you ready for this? Drum roll. This is really important. We're ignoring our hearts. We're thinking that if we keep throwing more money and more time into our fitness, into our exercise program, into this, oh, I just got to read this book. Oh, I'll feel better. I'll feel gorgeous when I lose 10 pounds and I'm going to work, I'm going to join Jenny Craig again. Yeah, I gained it all back, but I'm going to go back there. We're forgetting, we're not really knowing that the heart of this issue is actually literally in our hearts. We're trying to heal a problem that has nothing to do with food, has nothing to do with diet. Please, if you don't hear anything else, hear this, okay? Healing your weight, healing your food, healing your diet has nothing to do with your weight, your food, or your diet. Repeat that after me. Because this is important, because if you're anything like me, you might get pulled into some shiny new thing that's oh, I need to read this blog about all of this health stuff. So much, right? We're getting so much information. So, again, healing your food, your weight, and your diet has nothing to do with your weight, your food, or your diet. It doesn't, honey, and I really wish it did because, dude, if I could say, hey, you need to have this shake. If you have this shake every morning, which is actually essential oil, but let's pretend it's a shake. If you have this shake every morning, you're going to fucking, beast it. You're going to be amazing. You're never going to have to worry about anything else. You're going to lose those 10 pounds, and then when you lose those 10 pounds, your life is going to be sparkly. Everything's going to be great. Just take this shake. Goddamn, I really wish it was that easy sometimes. Yeah, dude, I wish it was easy. I spent a lot of my life hoping that would be it. Doing a new weight loss program, doing Beachbody, doing this, doing that. Trying all these new things thinking they would save me, but they didn't, right? Because what is going to heal your weight, heal your food, heal your relationship to your body, help you feel really good in your body, help it not be an obsession, but just another tool of expression, right? Have it be fun to wear clothes and to look in the mirror and not to be ashamed. What's going to heal all of that is healing and connecting to your heart. as a society, that can really freak us out. Because it's like, wait a minute, you're telling me that in order to lose weight, I have to deal with my heart? Like, what the F is that? Like, I have a weight problem. I don't have a heart problem. Like, don't tell me I have more issues to deal with. Like, I don't want you to hear that you have more problems to deal with. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you're this broken vessel. But sometimes we hear that when we're challenged. So if that's coming up for you, acknowledge it. Just breathe through it. Okay. What I'm saying is that as a society, we need to really be honoring and owning and cultivating our healing. Our healing. Because the fact that you go to ice cream when you're feeling sad has nothing to do with ice cream. Like, we can't blame it on ice cream. Ice cream's fucking fabulous, right? Like, let's stop blaming ice cream for our problems, or blaming whatever, you know, for our problems, for the food for our problems, because it's not that. It's a heart matter. It has to do with our hearts. What's going on underneath that, right? If we heal our heart wounds, if we go there, our weight is going to just melt. It's going to not be an issue. The food that we put in our mouth is not going to be an issue. And if it is an issue, it's like only there for a second. Whoops, I ate 3 cookies. All right, you know, I feel kind of shitty, but whatever. I'm going to move on. It's not the end of my day, and I'm going to be healthy. And I know I don't have to go on a binger and, like, not care about my body for a whole month, right? We can bounce back quicker when we really know the issue, which is our hearts. When we heal our heart wounds, our bodies are healed too. So our bodies reflect our hearts. When I healed my heart wounds, when I really got connected to my heart and recognized that starting a new fitness program was not going to help me, that I had to go deeper than that, CrossFit is fucking awesome and Zumba and all that is great, but none of that is going to keep me from, like, binging at night, or for, like, talking about my food to my girlfriends at work and making that main thing, which I see some of you are saying. Like, that's not going to help it. What helped me was getting real about the fact that I had some broken pieces that I needed love. Like, I had some wounds that really needed my tenderness, needed my kindness, needed my time. Yeah? So I went to therapy. So I started that internal work. And that helped hugely, because I recognized that it wasn't about my body anymore. It was about healing my mind and my heart. What changed your mind about the shakes? Sorry I can't get to everybody right now, but I want to get to as many people as possible. What changed your mind about the shakes? What opened your mind and heart? Yeah. So there was this moment. Okay, this is quite a story. Here we go. So I got engaged, and I was, this is a long story. I got engaged, all right, so we're going to put that aside. Just that's important for you to know. I was engaged at the time. Okay, putting that aside. I was hanging out with some friends, and something hurt my feelings, and I ate a salad for dinner, and everybody was congratulating me, like, oh my God, you only ate a salad. Like, ah! You know how we, like, get jealous of each other when we eat, like, a leaf, and we're like, oh my God, I hate you. Like, you just ate a leaf. So I was like, I felt really confident. I was feeling really good about the fact that I only ate a salad when I was hanging out with my friends, and I was feeling kind of sad and kind of hurt about something. I was getting this sense of pride, this sense of power. So I went home after that, and I just started binging on stuff that was in the kitchen because I was feeling really sad. I was feeling really hurt, and I started hiding my feelings in the food. I went through the cheese, I went through the chips, everything was gone. And then my husband, well, my fiance at the time, came home, and I looked at him, and I didn't want anything to do with him. I felt gross. You know, I really hated myself. And what scared me the most was I felt numb. I felt absolutely numb. I didn't even know what I felt anymore. And I knew at that moment that I couldn't carry this bullshit into my marriage. Like, I could not be hiding my feelings in food and be addicted to that, and also expect to have a healthy marriage where he loves me and I love him, and it's everything that I ever dreamed, and I'm seen and he is seen. So I knew at that moment, in order to be the fullest in my marriage, I couldn't carry this addiction problem into my marriage with food. I had to let it go. I had to heal it. So I actually got into a into a recovery program. It's called Big Book Solution. It's heavy duty, hardcore, based on the Big Book, which alcoholics use, which is all based upon the fact that this is not a food, this is not a weight problem, this is not a diet problem, this is a heart issue. This is me being obsessed with myself in a really unhealthy way. And once I deal with this level of selfishness, and once I deal with this obsession internally and stop hiding it with food, then I can heal it. So I got into that program, and that was extremely useful. It was profound because it got me out of the food. It was no longer about the food. I was no longer like living my life based upon what I ate or what I didn't eat. So that was really important in moving me forward. I eventually left that program and decided to create a system that was not as hardcore, because it was really beautifully hardcore, but I decided to create a system of healing that was just more about me, about connecting to my heart wounds, about connecting to my self-care and slowing down. So I know I'm bringing a lot out right now, but I want to go back to the main heart of what we're talking about, which is your heart, okay? Remembering that if you are dealing with food, if you are dealing with a health issue in any capacity, it's because of anxiety. It's because of depression. It's so much easier to talk to my girlfriend about what I ate or how much food, I don't want to eat, or, to talk about my calories all the time, or to make excuses about what I eat or why I eat it, or to be on, that's a lot easier. It's scarier to be like, dude, I have fucking anxiety. I have depression. Let me heal that so it doesn't keep manifesting in these food issues. So some people have alcohol issues, some people it's work issues, some people it's sex issues, some people use, we sometimes always use different things to kind of heal ourselves, because as a society, it's not yet cool to go to a healer like myself. I hope that I'm fucking making it cool and making you feel like, okay, it's okay for me to reach out and getting help. That's my goal. But as a society, we're still getting there. We're still moving in a direction where it's cool and it's healthy to work on our wounds instead of starting a weight loss program, instead of, jumping to our addictions to help solve our issues, I want to see us as a culture moving towards healing, moving towards honesty, moving towards openness, and talking about what's really going on. Yeah, we need those spaces to be like, hey, this is what's really going on here. I'm not going to keep my whole life. I've decided I'm not going to stay on that merry-go-round, right, of diet and weight loss. I'm going to step off of that and just learn how to honor myself and love myself and heal what is underneath all these food issues, all of these diet issues. Okay? Woo! That was a lot in a very short period of time. So there's this quote from a song, I think it's called Constant Lover by Magneta Lane. One of the lyrics goes, girl, keep your beauty because that's your duty. And I think as a society and as women, we get really caught up in that. That's my number one goal. If I'm beautiful, then I'm okay. The whole world can crumble around me, but as long as I'm 105 pounds or whatever it is, whatever we tell ourselves, then everything's okay. But then what's really going on is we don't get to heal our marriage, or we don't get to heal our relationship to our parents, or we don't get to heal our relationship to ourselves because we're so obsessed with our food. We're so obsessed with being pretty, with being beautiful, with being desirable. So if you're ready to really put aside that obsession, and it's scary, right? Because I talk to a lot of people who are ready to work with me, and they're like, what would it mean to even, what does it mean to not have that problem? I don't even know, I'm so scared to let go, of that stuff. What does that even look like? I get that that's really scary. So the first step is just really acknowledging how scary it is to really honor and own and go deeper and work with a healer. But if you're so ready to just really step out of that prison of food, step out of that prison of weight, step out of that world and into your heart space, I am here for you, and I would be honored to work with you. I would be thrilled. I'm beginning our mentorship program again in January, and I have an amazing cohort of people that are signing up, and a couple people that I hope sign up, which I think a few of you are listening right now. I would say jump in with that. Jump on into my mentorship program where I give you all of the tools, all of the emotional sustenance for you to really connect to your heart and connect to those wounds that have been manifesting as food, as diet problems. Because remember, you don't have food problems, you don't have diet problems. You don't. Like, that's ridiculous. That's not an issue. It's your heart. Your heart is just needing your time, is needing your love, is needing your tenderness. So the mentorship program that I've created is beginning in January. A couple people are actually signed up, but are beginning it in February. I would be honored to have you in this space, to work with you as you dive into you and really connect to your voice, the voice that can be numbed out with food, that can be muted by food, that can be really suffocated by what we're eating. You know, like our diet can really hide us, our food and our weight can really hide us from who we're supposed to be. But we're going to heal all of that. And you're going to return to yourself, return to your heart, and get what you need, all of the tools, all of the support to get what you need. So your weight, your diet is like a non-issue. Like, it's a non-issue. It's like, yeah, I work out. Yeah, I try to eat healthy. And yeah, it takes dedication and honor, but it becomes easier to actually honor yourself because you're like, why the hell would I not? It's no longer it's a no-brainer. It's just like, yeah, I'm going to honor myself through taking care of myself, and it becomes easy. It becomes natural. And that's my goal in this mentorship program. So if this is sounding really cool to you, I would love it to connect with you soon. Two things you can do. You can schedule a call with me, a discovery call, or a power shot is what I'm calling it now, which is just a small dose of energy where you get to see what it's like to be supported by me, and you get to feel freaking awesome in everything that you are. I'm going to post a link for you to sign up for that. Join Body Love Facebook group. We're doing freaking awesome things in there. We're going to have a retreat in the summer, and it's going to freaking be amazing. And, oh, God, the amount of love and the energy in that group is gorgeous. That's open. That's free. If you're, like, teetering and you're like, I'm not sure if I'm ready to really invest in my healing yet. Like, I kind of want to stick with the food a little bit longer. Dude, no judgment. I stayed in the food diet, like, industry for a while. You know, I almost, like, if you look at my Facebook, if you look at, like my website on my personal Facebook page, you go, it's facebook.com, Maria Palumbo / something about being fit. It's because I thought I wanted to be a Beachbody coach at one point. So it's like even I was, and not there's anything wrong with that, but when we look to that for being, like, for that saving us and for that being our only way to health and healing, then that hurts us. So I stayed in that world for a long time thinking that would be great. So if you're still there, if you're like, dude, I'm not really ready to heal, I just kind of want to stay in the fitness industry or stay wherever and not really dive deeper, that's totally cool. Like, stay there. I really recommend a combination. Like, get your groove on in your body and deal with your heart and love your heart and be with your heart and make space for your heart. So we have the Body Love Facebook group as a way for you to get involved and get some awesome support. We have my mentorship program, which is, oh my God, it's amazing. It's just turning out to be really freaking amazing. We have the retreat coming up in the summer, which is going to be all about body love, all about you, all about being in your skin and feeling like your sensual energy and cultivating your presence, your being, and getting emotionally fed. And one more thing to all of this that I do in my mentorship and my retreat is that you walk away really recognizing who you are and recognizing the powerhouse that you are. You're not going to walk away being like, wow, Maria Palumbo, she's so, like she's a genius. Or like, it's, no, you're going to walk away feeling really connected to your heart, really connected to your power, really connected to your sense of belonging. That is my goal in Body Love. That's my goal in my mentorship, and that'll be my goal in my retreats. That's my goal, baby. Message me, send me questions, post questions here. I'm going to hop off soon and answer all your questions that you were posting. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to being on your team, to cheerleading you, to being your right-hand woman, There's nothing that brings me deeper joy than seeing a woman really wake up to her power, you know, and be like, God damn, like, why did I wait so long, you know? It's the most, ugh, God, it's really beautiful. It's soulfully orgasmic. All right. Have an awesome rest of your day. Please don't be too crazy with the holidays coming up. Take time to chill, to breathe, tune into yourself. Feel like, you know, look at how do you want to start off the new year? Like, where do I want to begin? You know, how do I want to honor myself this year and really take care of myself and not let it just be another goal, but really believe it and really make space for it. May you start there. All right, babes, I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you in Body Love and beyond. Bye.